Imagine that you have just entered a giant game. A game that began thousands of years before you were born. Kings played it, generals played it, politicians played it, business leaders played it. And whether you realize it or not, you are playing it too. The game is called power. Most people think power belongs only to presidents, billionaires, celebrities, or military leaders. But power exists everywhere. In offices, in friendships, in families, in schools, in relationships. The moment two or more people interact, power enters the room. Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power is not a book about becoming evil. It is a book about understanding how power operates so that you are not controlled by people who understand it better than you do. The book begins with a brutal truth. People do not always act according to what they say. They act according to their desires, fears, ambitions, insecurities, and self-interest. And if you ignore that reality, you become a pawn in someone else's game. The first lesson is simple. Never make powerful people feel inferior. Many talented people believe that if they show everyone how smart they are, they will be rewarded. History says otherwise. When you make your boss, leader, or superior feel threatened, you create an enemy. People want to feel important. Make them feel brilliant, and they will often help you rise. Make them feel small, and they may quietly work to destroy you. The second lesson is even more surprising. Do not blindly trust friends. Friends can become jealous. Friends can feel entitled. Friends often expect special treatment. Sometimes former enemies make more reliable allies because they have something to prove. Power is not about emotion, it is about understanding human nature. As you move deeper into the game, Greene teaches another principle. Keep your intentions hidden. If people know exactly what you are planning, they can stop you. The best strategists reveal only part of the picture. They allow others to focus on distractions while they quietly move toward their real objective. Then comes a law that many people underestimate, say less than necessary. The more you talk, the more opportunities you create for mistakes. Powerful people often speak carefully. Silence creates mystery. Mystery creates attention. And attention creates influence. Words can reveal weakness. Silence can create strength. Next, Greene introduces one of the most valuable assets in the world, reputation. Your reputation enters a room before you do. A strong reputation can open doors. A damaged reputation can close them forever. People often judge you not by reality but by perception. That is why powerful individuals guard their reputation like a treasure and attack the reputation of rivals rather than confronting them directly. Then Greene reveals something uncomfortable. Attention is power. It does not matter how talented you are if nobody notices you. History remembers those who captured attention. Artists, leaders, entrepreneurs. The crowd rarely rewards invisibility. If you want influence, you must learn how to stand out. But never appear desperate for attention. The pursuit must look effortless. Another law teaches efficiency. Whenever possible, use the knowledge, effort, and skills of others. This is not about stealing, it is about understanding leverage. The most powerful people do not do everything themselves. They build systems, they build teams. They multiply their impact through others. As the book progresses, Greene repeatedly emphasizes a powerful truth. Arguments rarely change minds. People become defensive when challenged. Instead of arguing, demonstrate. Show results. Actions persuade more effectively than words ever will. Then comes one of the most counterintuitive lessons. Sometimes absence creates value. Think about luxury brands. Think about rare collectibles. Think about people whose presence is limited. Scarcity increases desire. When something is constantly available, people begin to take it for granted. When it becomes rare, it becomes valuable. Greene then turns to one of humanity's greatest weaknesses, emotion. People who react emotionally become predictable. Predictable people become controllable. Power belongs to those who remain calm while everyone else loses control. Anger may feel strong. But in strategic situations, self-control is often stronger. Throughout history, countless leaders lost everything because they allowed emotion to override judgment. The book repeatedly returns to another principle. People are motivated by self-interest. If you need help, do not appeal to gratitude. Do not appeal to kindness. Appeal to what benefits the other person. Show them what they gain. When people see personal advantage, they become eager partners. When they see only your benefit, they become reluctant. Greene also warns against revealing all of yourself. Not everyone deserves full access to your thoughts. The world rewards openness in some situations, but power often requires strategic privacy. The strongest cards remain hidden until the right moment. Another major theme appears again and again: controlled perception. People react not to reality itself, but to their interpretation of reality. The most influential figures in history understood this. They understood symbols, stories, images, appearances. Public perception often shapes outcomes more than facts. Greene then discusses enemies. Most people avoid enemies. Greene suggests understanding them. Sometimes an enemy reveals more truth than a friend. Sometimes opposition sharpens strategy. Sometimes competition forces excellence. The goal is not endless conflict. The goal is understanding the role conflict plays in power. The book continues by explaining that people value what they work for. What comes free is often undervalued. What requires effort feels valuable. What requires sacrifice feels precious. That is why Greene warns against the temptation of the free lunch. There is usually a hidden cost somewhere. As the laws unfold, a larger pattern emerges. Powerful people think differently. They do not simply react to events, they anticipate them. They think several moves ahead. Like master chess players, they understand that today's action creates tomorrow's consequences. Many laws revolve around timing. Move too early and you fail. Move too late and the opportunity disappears. Great power often comes from knowing exactly when to act. Another recurring lesson is adaptability. The world changes. Circumstances change. People change. Those who cling rigidly to one strategy often lose. Those who adapt survive. Throughout history, the most successful leaders were not always the strongest. Often, they were simply the most flexible. Greene also emphasizes confidence. People are naturally attracted to certainty. When someone appears decisive, others tend to follow. Hesitation creates doubt. Confidence creates momentum, but confidence must be balanced with awareness. Overconfidence blinds. Awareness protects. As the book nears its conclusion, Greene reveals one of the most important truths of all. Power is rarely taken in a single dramatic moment. It is accumulated. Small decisions, small advantages, small victories, repeated consistently over time. Most people search for a secret shortcut. Greene argues that power grows through patience, strategy, observation, and discipline. And finally, after 48 laws, countless historical examples, and centuries of human behavior, the ultimate lesson emerges. The greatest source of power is understanding people, not controlling them. Understanding them. Understanding what they fear, what they desire, what motivates them, what influences them. Because once you understand human nature, the game becomes visible. You begin to recognize manipulation. You begin to see hidden agendas. You begin to anticipate behavior. And most importantly, you stop being an unconscious participant. You become a conscious player. That is the real purpose of the 48 Laws of Power. Not to make you ruthless, not to make you manipulative, but to teach you the rules of a game that has been played for thousands of years. A game that will continue long after all of us are gone. The question is not whether the game exists. The question is whether you understand it. And now, you do.